Hi guys and welcome back to Chitter Chatter. I have missed chit chatting with y'all and I know y'all have missed chit chatting with me too because I kept getting X number of DMs all the while asking when are we going to do this Chitter Chatter. And what better than today to start Chitter Chatter again. So today y'all have seen whom we are doing chit chat with. Stories तो आपने देख लिया क्योंकि questions तो आप बहुत भेज रहे हैं and we are all excited to get our author. Let me tell you a little about the author. So, like you see, this book, which you must have seen on my story, is a book about what Santa does all year round. And our author has written this book and she's right here. So, let's send her a request and get started with what made her write this book. Arslan Kazi, hello. Welcome to Chitter Chatter. Hi.
Hi. Hi, Shweta. How are you?
I'm good, Anjali. How are you? And we are totally in the Christmas theme.
Yes, we are indeed. I have multiple Christmas themes here with me, so quite exciting. And I see that there are a few people here, so thank you guys for joining this. Please excuse me because I have a terrible cold. So, yeah.
Winter's coming. Cold is just an excuse which reaches before exclaiming that winter is here.
Exactly.
So, Anjali, tell me, how did this journey of this beautiful book, though this is a book for all kiddies, but I have enjoyed reading it to my niece and nephew. How did this journey begin for this book?
That's a great question. So, actually, to be honest, it started because my 4.5-year-old daughter, she asked me, she was like, Mama, I know what Santa does in December, but what does he do all year round? And so, me, my daughter, my son, and my husband, we created like the first edition of this book, which is actually happens to be here.
Oh,
So,
wow.
we published it ourselves and then so I thought this is a good idea. I love writing. I've always had a passion for literature and creative writing, and so I thought I would as Shweta has showed you, take this further and pursue one of my childhood dreams.
So, when you sat down to write, your daughter questioned you that I know what Santa does in December. How did you think of, okay, let's make it like a monthly thing till December? Because, like I was reading, and there is every month, like
Yeah.
from January to December. So, what was the thought process that you put into, and how disciplined were you to write your first draft?
That's a really good question. So I'm a financial journalist. That's my profession. I've done a master's at NYU. So you're taught basics of journalism: who, what, when, where, why, how, so what. And so while trying to think of the story, it just sort of made sense to happen chronologically from Jan through December. So that was the sort of logic behind it.
So, from financial journalism to a books for kids, how easy or difficult was it?
I haven't stopped. I'm still doing financial journalism.
Yeah, but like when it comes to financial journalism, it is like you need to have your facts correct. There's a lot of research, there's a lot of homework before you write that. Yours, it is fiction and it is all about kids, and you need to go to that language where the kids can imagine and read. So, how difficult was it for you to like move to this side of writing?
I have always been a creative writing person. I did a bachelor's in creative writing, and then my nanny was like, "Oh, now you need to. What are you gonna do with creative writing? Do journalism." So I switched to journalism, but my passion is creative writing. So it was really hard, but it was also one of the most enjoyable things I've done, and I really hope that I will be inspired to do it again.
So, what's your list for Santa this year?
Oh, I guess that Corona ends.
I think that's a list for everyone. So, what is a materialistic list for Santa this year? Because I think the richest person on this planet is Santa. He goes about gifting everybody, and I believe in Santa. So, what's your materialistic list from Santa?
A materialistic list from Santa. Well, I never say no to like a really nice pair of boots. So, knee lengths.
So, all you people here, all you fans and loved ones who are seeing this chitter chatter, let me tell you all, this Chitter Chatter is also going to be on our IGTV. So you'll know what she wants from Santa. So if anybody wants to be a secret Santa, you'll know what to gift her. So also let me tell all of you, this book is available on Flipkart and Amazon. So you all can gift it to your loved ones for Christmas this time, and also for all the kids who want to know what does Santa do all year round. But tell me, what is your favorite month in this? Like, my favorite month is September, and I'm going to read a little about September that says, on the last night of the month, Raindrop crept into Santa's workshop. While all others slept, she banged into a table, and down with her fall came tumbling down toys big and small. Dolls, puzzles, teddies, cars, and books lay scattered as Raindrop gave a horrified look. And there's a lot more which I'm not going to read, but this is a little small passage from September. Which is your favorite month?
That's a hard question. I like this one best. I like July best, just because I love the meter and the cadence of the rhyme there. So that's my favorite, and it sort of inspires young kids to think. So they all know elves are who help Santa make his toys, but this kind of makes them think about what do the elves do in their spare time. Are they fishing? Are they cooking? Are they resting? So I like that because I thought that this whole world of Santa is a bit underexplored, and it's something that kids love, especially now. So so yeah, I like July the best. I like the cadence of July, and it's got a bit of humor in there too. So that would have to be my favorite month.
So, how about reading a small passage from July for our viewers?
Okay, sure. Excuse my cold, but so July, as twilight falls on these last summer days, the elves make the best of the sun's golden rays. Some enjoy ice fishing on the frozen lakes, while others bake the last of the ice cream cakes. So I think that's good for now. But it basically tells a story about how the elves and what they do in their spare time. They go ice hockey.
So while you all have heard about July and September a little, we've told you what the book is. So now, after this, you can go online and order your copy on Amazon and Flipkart. So Anjali, how did you decide that, okay, I want to do illustrations? Like, kids love illustrations, and your book has some really lovely illustrations. So how did you, you wrote, and then how was it? Like, how did you all decide to do illustrations? Did you all go hand in hand, or was it like the writing was done first and illustrations followed later?
Yeah. Another great question, Shweta. So what happened is I had a lot of people who helped me along the way, and my illustrator Eshna Roy, I would send her the verse first, and then we would get on the month first, and then we'd get on a call, and I'd explain to her, my vision for it, and then she would bring it to life. So a lot of things that she's put in there are her own dream and her own vision, and she's really taken it to, she's really put my sort of imagination on paper.
As a debut author, when you received your first copy of the book, the first printed copy, the author copies, what was the feeling like, and what was your daughter's reaction to it?
It was exhilarating. My daughter and my son, they were both really excited, but now I think they're sick of it. Because it's been around everywhere, but it was very, very exciting. It was really nice to get the book and holding it in your hand. You asked earlier about my dream for Santa and my Christmas list. So I guess this actually, over the boots, this would be it, to see a book of mine published, and more than just seeing published. I actually really, really hope that it resonates with children. I really value their feedback. So if you guys want to back with more.
Okay, we had a little error and we kind of lost you, but I hope you can see us, because we can see you again now.
I can see you.
Yeah. So, okay, as a kid, what was your favorite? Who was your favorite author, and which was your favorite book?
Oh wow, that's like a long list. I mean, Enid Blyton, Dahl, A.K. Milner, like I can, Chesterton, Harper Lee, but I mean, it's hard to say, but my favorite series when I was a kid would probably be Enid Blyton and the Enchanted Woods. And there were all these fairies and Moonface and now of course I'm a big Rowling fan. I love J.K. Rowling, um, love Harry Potter. But back when I was a kid, it was probably
So now, who are your favorite authors? Now that I'm sure you love reading and writing. So, what genre and authors do you like reading now?
I love Agatha Christie. She's one of my all-time favorites. But I'm discovering lots of new sort of cozy mystery story writers. So Sarah Rosette is a good one. Nancy Springer, who has written this awesome book about Sherlock's sister. Strangely enough, she's actually brilliant. So I guess my genre is fantasy, a little bit of murder mystery. Uh, um, I think yeah, those would be the genres that I like, and like nothing scary. I don't like anything scary.
Being an Indian author, which are your two favorite Indian authors who you like reading?
I like Arundhati Roy, and she's one. I love the way she writes. Very descriptive language, really exciting prose, well-rounded character development. So I would have to say she is my top favorite.
If you had to rewrite a novel that you've read, which one would that be?
Well, if I had to rewrite, I mean, I would. It, the one person's story that I would think would be interesting to rewrite, and definitely not the whole book because there's no way that. But it would be Karna in Mahabharat. I am a big fan of him. I think he is misunderstood, and despite many weaknesses, he also has lots of strengths and pros. So I think that would be a story that I would enjoy retelling from his perspective.
If you had to make a movie and
Sorry, I lost your question. I'm so sorry.
back here. So, if there was a movie that you had to adapt into a book, usually books are adapted into a movie, but a movie that if you had to adapt into a book, which one would it be?
A movie into a book. I'm always the one who my friends are like, oh, this movie is coming out. I'm like, guys, the book is better. So it's tough to say. It's more like
The other way around,
other
yeah.
way around. I can tell you books that should be made into movies.
Okay, let's change the question. The books that you should be made into a movie.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, it. Well, The Little Prince, definitely, by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. It's a French author. I'm probably butchering the name, but I mean, for children, for grown-ups, best book. And then, oh, I see I've got lots of hearts. Does that mean people like that response?
Yes, they did.
Okay, so people like that. The Little Prince, yes, good. And then the other one would be um, this is a slightly niche. I don't know, but it's Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. It's in sort of Victorian England. It's set like 500 years ago, and it's about these two magicians and how they bring back magic into England, and it's wonderful. So those are the two books that should definitely be made movies.
I agree. I've read Little Prince, and I think yes, it would be one of the most beautiful web films or a movie that should be made. And even I was like, why is this still not made into a movie?
Yeah, totally.
If this book had been adapted into a movie, who do you think would play Santa for you? Like, if you had to choose Santa, who would that be?
Wow. Someone with happy eyes, I guess. So because everything else can be added on, but really sweet face and happy twinkly eyes, I think would be key.
Ooh, which actor do you think has a happy eyes and is your
Well, um, I mean, gosh, I like Joaquin Phoenix a lot. Closer to home, of course, I love Shah Rukh, but I mean, I can't see him as Santa. So,
He is, I think, a romantic Santa for everybody who believes in love stories.
yeah, that's true. He is kinda. I mean, thinking back to Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge and the good old favorites of yeah, all his old movies are amazing.
So, before we end out this chitter chatter, is there anything you want to tell your little fans here who are going to go and buy out this book on Amazon, Flipkart? What do you want to tell them about Santa?
Um, about Santa, well, he's timeless and he's ageless, and he will give you a present, irrespective if you're naughty or nice. But you do want to listen to your mommies, okay, and your daddies, and nothing. Like I said, I am on Insta. Please follow me at Anjali Piramal, and please do let me know your children's feedback. I would love to hear it. This book is now available on both Amazon and Flipkart. So yeah, that's it, I guess.
Thank you, Anjali, for this lovely book. I have enjoyed reading, and I'm sure all your little fans are going to enjoy reading
Thank
it.
you so much
Thank
for
you, fine,
the
for
piece.
chitter
So
chatter.
kept me so at ease.
And wish you a speedy recovery. Hope your cold is sorted soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a happy weekend.
You too. Happy holidays to everyone. Thanks.